Hello everyone, welcome to a DSP video. This will be a very interesting video or something because I'm doing it slightly different. Or just whatever. Because there's some things I want to cover. One of them I'm not sure if I'll cover in this video. I might do it in another video, but we'll see when we get there. So DSP did a PUBG stream a few days ago on the 21st, as you can see. And I want to kind of go through some of the things he said because he says some things here that's worth talking about. All right, so let's get started with this one.
Allosaurus Rex asks, have I considered dropping the King of Hate moniker? Because, let's see here. My parents are iffy about letting me watch your streams because they think that you advocate hate. Just tell them what it means. Tell them that has nothing to do with me advocating hate. It has to do with so many people.
But remember, he doesn't attract kids. It's a let's player. He has a mature audience, dude. Okay. But I like that. So let's hear the rest
Unfairly hating on me over the years and making stuff up about me and basically turning me into a villain that I'm not. But me using that motivation, that unfair bullying, as a motivation to succeed in life. Because it really has been people my whole life telling me, you can't do this, you would never succeed at this, you're bad at this, you're a bad person at this and that. And me turning that into motivation to win, that's why I'm still here.
So, this is what I liked about that part. First off, I suspect it's a troll cheer, because first off it says the King of Hate, right? His streams and his YouTube channel is called Dark Side Phil. It's not called the King of Hate. The King of Hate's his vlogging channel. Like, what does that have to do with his streams? Like this is the thing I don't really get when people like bring up the King of Hate sometimes. But whatever. This is weird that it comes up when his stream is DSP Gaming or Dark Side Phil. His YouTube handle, his gaming YouTube handle, is Dark Side Phil. King of Hate is his vlogging channel. Unless they're talking about the bumpers, then okay, whatever. The other thing that I kind of want to bring up as well is, if you name yourself something and you have to explain the meaning, then maybe you should change your name of the show or something, because the fact that there's all these misconceptions over a name doesn't really mean that it's a good name. Like, if I like look at this branding, Goldfish. You know immediately what this is about. Crackers, this cheddar cheese, and the cracker's name is Goldfish. Simple. Pepperidge Farm doesn't have to explain why it's Goldfish. You don't have to explain why they called it that. But if you go to his vlogging channel, it's called the King of Hate Vlogs, and you're like, King of Hate? That sounds like a hate channel. I don't want any part of that, because it sounds malicious. But of course, DSP doesn't want to change it, and instead wants the YouTube viewer to go out of their way to do research on why he's called himself the King of Hate, which is not a good idea. It's terrible. How many, if you go to a movie, you might have to research the summary of it, but the title is you know what it is to some extent. Okay.
I am kind of the ultimate underdog when you think about it. So just explain to them what it really is, and I don't think they'll care. The problem is most people don't do that. Instead they just say, oh, it's that he hates on games and he fucking supports racial hate or some stupid shit, Stupidity.
The name is the King of Hate Vlogs. It kind of leads people to other conclusions. If there's so much confusion, but of course, a classic DSP, he never takes responsibility or anything. It's always, well, it's how you take it. It's your fault that you took it that way. He doesn't see that maybe the name is a bad name if people are thinking it's something that it's not. Okay.
It's absolute stupidity. But that's how people are. Judge Drew says, who gives a shit what people think? Honestly, I don't care what people think. The problem is, just like Allosaurus Rex just said, there are people who sadly get the wrong.
I don't care what people think. Goes on rants all the time about what people think about him. If he doesn't care what people think, then why does he brag about being good at Street Fighter 2? Why does he brag about being good at Call of Duty? Why does he care that people want to see him rage at games? He doesn't care what people think. Okay.
Impression that, oh, you can't watch Phil's streams because he's full of hate, right? He's a hate monger, or people who are outsiders who never heard.
Wow, who would have thought that people would assume that a channel called The King of Hate would be a hate mongering channel? It's not like hate's in the fucking title.
Heard of me, or they hear from me the first time, hear that I'm a bad person because I'm a racist, or I just hate on game developers and hate on games. That's bad. That means that I can't get new exposure.
But you do hate on developers. You shit on Bluehole all the fucking time. You shit on PlayerUnknown. You shit on every single developer. Oh, people think I shit on developers. Oh, while he's playing PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds and shits on the developer constantly, he says this.
To new audiences because people have a misconception of what I am based on a fucking name that I've had since like the early 2000s. That's just a stupid name that I don't care about. So, yeah.
A stupid name I don't care about. Then change it. Like, I had a name on my YouTube channel, my main channel. I used to call it, that used to be called Raven's Guy 2007. Then that's like the most like basic fucking internet name you could come up with. Then I changed to Electro Idiot, and then I was like, well, that sounds stupid because I'm just pretty much calling myself an idiot. I'm just gonna do Theo Does Videos. That's a better name, and it is a better name. I like that name. You're always gonna be changing your name. The King of Hate is such a. He only wants to keep that name because he thinks it sounds cool. And it doesn't. It sounds terrible, and everyone who sees it thinks it's a terrible name, and they don't check out his vlogging channel. Okay.
Let's.
Alright. So, Troll Cheers. Okay, let's hear the Troll Cheer.
Sneed tip me $1. So can I get a shout out for my Australian friend getting trips on TV? I don't know what that means. Outsource Rex Judy said, what are your thoughts on raising another man's children? Does that make you less of a man? What? Why would that make you less of a man to choose to raise a child responsibly? If anything, it would make you much more of a man.
Okay.
Impuestos falsos, which means false taxes. I'm not stupid. I know exactly what it means. So it's a troll. Says, why are subs going down or stagnant? They're not going down. Subs are consistent.
Yeah, they're not going down. He went from 500 to 432. That's not going down, guys. Now it's just balancing out. And he's kinda right, because his subs are pretty much staying at a level. They're not really going up, but he's wrong about them going up. He's wrong about that, but he's right about it this kind of balancing out at 432 into the 430s and 420s, thus meaning that he won't grow anymore. Like, that's the thing. Like, it's the same thing with all of his channels. His YouTube channel, his Twitch channel. He reaches a level, and he just kind of stagnates there, and he'll never go anywhere else. He won't go further because he's not pushing his streams anymore. He's not improving his streams. When he started to do more interactive streams, yeah, he got a surge of more cheers and all that. But now what we're seeing is that that's kind of going like down and kind of stagnating because he's not doing anything else to reinvigorate people to participate in his streams anymore. And that's really showing because he just sits there and doesn't really talk during his streams.
Between around 425 to 450, and that's where they've been staying for about a month. So
it doesn't go anywhere near 450. It hasn't gotten near 450 in like weeks. It's been in 440s. He'd be better off saying I've included to 440 than 450.
Now we know, after the artificial inflation we had in January when people were gifting subs, we now know that this channel right now can support roughly between 425 to 450 dedicated viewers who will watch.
But the thing that's also interesting though is he doesn't really announce gifted subs anymore. Before, he was like, oh, shout out to this guy and shout out to the guy who gifted the sub. He doesn't really say that anymore. So who knows if he might start to inflate his sub count to some degree by maybe not disclosing what sub is a gifted sub anymore. He might do that, but who knows?
No matter what I play. What that tells me is when I play a new
release... And the thing is, I've said this as well. I expected him to get subs to be for 400 or so around there, because that's kind of his dedicated fan base. When he goes over 400 to 500, that's kind of a like newcomers. He only gets 100 newcomers or fresh viewers. He doesn't get any more than that. So his dedicated fan base ranges honestly from 200 to 400, and maybe some change from there, But he's not gonna get any farther than that. He's not gonna get above 500 ever again. I guarantee it, unless Twitch lowers the price of subs. Then we will see maybe more of a surge.
Or a hype game like a fighting game, then you'll get artificial inflation of people who want to see me play that, but those aren't the dedicated people who are going to be subbing to the channel. See what I mean? Now, if we were in the midst of a new release, we now know that this channel right now can support roughly between 425 to 450 dedicated viewers who will watch no matter what I play. What that tells me is when I play a new release or a hype game like a fighting game, then you'll get artificial inflation of people who want to see me play that, but those aren't the dedicated people who are going to be subbing to the channel. Okay. See what I mean? Now, if we were in the midst of a big, busy gaming season with tons of new releases, the subs would probably go up again. But
what kind of logic is that? Oh, it's a new release. I must donate. I must sub to Phil. Like no one subs because you're playing new releases. That no one does that. Like, they might follow, they might click the follow button, but they're not gonna sub because you're playing new releases. That makes no sense. He would get more cheers before he would get subs from those kind of people.
But it's been dead. And every new release that comes out, Fallout or Burnout Paradise, boring as shit. Within 2 streams, not even playing it anymore. Sea of Thieves, boring as shit, repetitive as hell. What a joke of a overhyped piece of garbage game.
No one hyped Sea of Thieves. DSP was the only person, I know at least, that hyped that fucking game. He was the only person talking about it. There might be, like, some people in my Twitter feed talking about it, but that's, like, a very, small group of people. DSP was the only one that was, like, thinking Sea of Thieves was gonna be the second coming of Jesus for his channel, and it's like, no, it's not. It's, like, every time I saw it at E3, it was boring, so of course it was gonna be boring. And his fucking gameplay was boring too. He didn't do anything that was interesting.
See what I mean?
See what I mean?
So it's kind of hard to get growth on a channel when there's nothing going on. There needs to be something worth playing and something worth coming out to watch, and there isn't.
It's not the game. I've seen people play Metal Gear Survive and made that game more entertaining and fun to watch than DSP playing any other game.
Rave Comic Tree said Gaming Crash of 2018. I mean, right now.
Gaming Crash. His fucking cucks. Really, we have a Gaming Crash in 2018? Okay. Yeah, gaming's dead, guys. Rest in peace.
Gaming is not looking so good. It's pretty boring this year. And most of the major games that are coming out are duds. So that's why I'm hoping Far Cry 5 isn't a dud. Please don't let God of War be a dud. Please let Ni no Kuni be good. We need something. We at least need something to play.
Monster Hunter World. I've been playing that game single, and that's fun. It's still fun. There's a lot of content there regardless. That's fun. There's Street Fighter V Arcade Edition, Dragon Ball Fighters. What else? There's another game I'm thinking of. I don't fucking know. But there's a lot of games. You just have to find them. It's just he only wants to play AAA casual fucking releases. Casual releases. He's a fucking gamer, guys, and he only plays the mainstream casual shit. Okay. He's a real gamer.
But more than a couple streams, that isn't fucking boring as shit, man. Timbo Slice says, sadly, Sea of Thieves is not for a streamer like me. It's a game that is going to grow over time.
Sea of Thieves isn't for a streamer. I'm sorry. When I saw that game from when he played it, there is stuff you could do with the stream. Because it's a downtime game. You just sail the seas and all that stuff. But the problem is that DSP is fucking boring. Like, even this is boring. Because he just walks around, sits in a room, and waits. And then when he talks, it's just very dull. Dull shit.
And he feels that it should have been an Xbox Game Pass because now so many people are playing it for free that the service can't handle it. Dude, it's this simple. Sea of Thieves is exactly the same as Destiny 2, is exactly the same as The Division, is exactly the same
Really?
as Ghost Recon
Those games have stories though, Phil. Sea of Thieves has no story. How is it the same?
Wildlands. It's exactly
And Destiny and all those other games have other systems and mechanics and uh complexities within their game structure. Sea of Thieves, according to you, has no complexity to the system. So it's not the same. Just because it has co-op doesn't make it the same. With that logic, Mario Kart Double Dash is just like Destiny. Okay.
the fucking same. It's a game that's the same fad. Make a game
Fad. The fucking meme.
that's for a team of people to play. 4 people to hang out and... What the fuck? How the fuck was that a headshot? This game fucking sucks. I'm done playing this for tonight. But anyway, a game made for you to just play with your friends. Is it the game that entertains you when you play Sea of Thieves or Destiny 2 or any of those other games I mentioned? No, it's
Yeah, it could be the game for Destiny 2. I don't know about Sea of Thieves, but Destiny 2 could be fun. It could be fun for people. What are you talking about?
not the game that entertains you. It's hanging out with your friends. If your friends can...
Hanging out with your friends is like part of the fun, sure, but I mean the game you're playing the game with your friends. What brought you together, Phil? The game.
came over your house and had a beer and pizza and you guys watched TV together or played another game in person together, it would be the same experience. You're not the game that's riveting you. It's the friendship and the camaraderie of playing that grindy game with your friends that makes it worthwhile. So
But that's every game? You could play any game with your friends. That you could say that with everything. With every game out there ever made in the gaming industry, you could say the same fucking shit. Mario 64, I played with my friends. Does that make it a game that attracts your friends and it's a social aspect? No, I mean technically it's not because it's a single player game. But I mean you could share the controller, hang out with your friends, and all that kind of stuff. You could do that with any game. This whole thing, they go to squad-based shooter, you hang out with your friends, social, is the dumbest fucking shit he fucking says. It's a, okay.
it's the same deal. And yeah, will Sea of Thieves have more content over time? Of course it will. Will Sea of Thieves be better over time? Of course it will. But you already paid for it now. So that's what I mean. Just like Destiny 2. Oh, we're going to add all this content over the next year. No.
Every game does that, though. Every fucking game. But since games he doesn't like has DLC and kind of coming down the line, that's wrong, that's bad, that's shitty. Oh, South Park is a season pass and has DLC coming out in the future. That's great. Good job, South Park. Amazing game, right? And the biggest irony, we'll get to the biggest irony because I think he says it soon.
Sell me a game at launch that's robust, has a hook, and a reason to keep playing it. Now I play it for 2 days, I'm done with it. And that's the problem with all these modern games, is that you buy them, you play them 2-3 days.
Yeah, I played Monster Hunter World 2-3 days. I'm done with the game, guys. I'm done with it. There's nothing else in that game to do. Okay, I don't want you guys to tell me, Theo, there's all these other hunts. That's nothing. Monster Hunter World is boring, guys. I want to play Shadow of the Colossus. That's a a very robust game that was short and was just a boss rush game.
You've seen everything in the fucking game. Now they expect you to just keep doing the same repetitive, grindy shit and like the game because you're playing with friends.
You could say this about Shadow of the Colossus, a game he loved. All you do in that game is hunt colossi and kill them. That's all you do in that game. This game's amazing. It's better than fucking Monster Hunter. It has a story. It has monsters, and the monsters are all different. Like, okay, sure, Phil.
No, make me a quality fucking game that I want to play for the game, because that's what I paid you for. I didn't pay you $60 to hang out with my friends. I could have done that for fucking free. I paid you to make a good game, which you didn't fucking do. And then
you didn't play Monster Hunter World, and you see that game's boring, but the game's a lot of fun, both single and with friends. You just didn't like it because you got bodied and you were a little bitch in that game.
You wonder why, these games fail, a lot of them, right?
Yeah, they fail. Monster Hunter World is a huge, colossal failure, right? Capcom must be bankrupt now because Monster Hunter World was such a huge failure. Whew, man. And Bungie, they're done. They're packing up because Destiny 2 flopped, right? Okay.
It's just so ridiculous. The insane amount of hype that goes in behind these fucking lackluster bare bones video games in this day and age. All right, well, that's it for PUBG. I'll talk with you guys for 10 more minutes. If you guys just want to hang out for a few minutes and talk, I'll talk. But I'm not playing no more fucking PUBG. It ain't even worth it. I can take these off.
Let's get to this.
Yeah, I agree with Infinite. Infinite just said it's sad that when we have to make excuses...
Fucking Infinite cuck over here.
...for new releases and become such a commonality that we now expect that their games will be broken on release day and then fixed later. Or improved with more content later. I agree. It's bullshit.
Some of... Oh my god, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. God damn it. Either sneeze or don't, god damn it. But, okay, so... Yeah, there's day one patches, and that's kind of shitty. You kind of have to wait for the actual game to be playable. To a degree, that is a point, that is an issue. But on the other hand, no one fucking cares. If it's a game you want to play, you're gonna fucking deal with it. I wanted to play Street Fighter 5, that hot game. And, I stuck with it. I didn't care. I had fun with that game. There you go.
Used to go to the store, buy the fucking game on the disc, pop it in, and it had to work. That's simple, because that was your one shot. Now it's everyone's excuse is release the game unfinished, release the game bare bones, release the game, a piece of boring shit that you play twice, you're bored of it, to hell of it. And then the excuse is, well, we'll fix it later or we'll improve it later. No.
So here's the meme. Here's the huge irony here. He is saying, no, you have legit... No patches, no DLC content, dude. No. But his favorite game is Street Fighter 2 Super Turbo. A game that's multiple fucking versions you had to buy separately. So then he should be shitting on that. Street Fighter 2 should suck to him then. He just say it's a garbage game because they had to release multiple versions of it. No. That's okay because it gave him a game that he got 4th place at EVO with. Street Fighter Third Strike is a third version of Street Fighter 3. Alpha 3 is the third version of the Alpha series. Well, Ultra Street Fighter 4 is the 4th version of Street Fighter 4. Street Fighter 5 at least has them as patches. Arcade Edition was a patch for the main game. Oh, but that sucks, because they had to fix the game after 2 years. Fuck you, Capcom. But Street Fighter 2 Super Turbo, which is, what, the 5th, 6th version of Street Fighter 2? Oh, that's okay, that gets the pass. Are you fucking kidding me, Phil? Really? Really? You're gonna shit on all these other game developers that's making that shit more convenient to people? That's shitty. Oh, but Street Fighter 2 having multiple versions, that's A-okay. Okay.
No. Sorry. I'm not. Sea of Thieves, I'm not going to give it a pass. The game sucks. The game is fucking really repetitive and boring. You play it for a few hours.
And look at MGS 2 and 3. They had re-releases. Metal Gear Solid 2, Substance, and Metal Gear Solid 3, Subsistence. Does that mean Metal Gear Solid 3 sucks now? Because they had to re-release the game? Okay. Okay, Phil.
Everything in the game. Now, tomorrow I'm going to try to fight the Kraken. If we can fucking find it. I don't even know where you do that. And I'm going to try to go off the end of the world, which I don't think you can do. I think the world just rotates. And I'm going to do a few more faction missions, and that's it. And that's the final time I'm playing it, because there's nothing else to do in the game. So why would I ever play it again?
Read chat. Read that chat.
Gabriel asked, why is gaming so sparse this year? Good question. Because just think of it, like I said.
Why is gaming so sparse this year? Games take time to fucking develop. Look at all the games that came out last year. And then this year, okay, well, what companies are making games now? I mean, it takes a lot of time. And the other thing is that there were games that came out. He just skipped them all. And if you ask him, "Oh, Phil, why didn't you play this game?" "That's a niche game. I need to play new releases, but there's nothing to play." Okay.
Last year, January, February, March 2017, Resident Evil 7, Nier Automata, Horizon Zero Dawn.
Nier Automata. He wanted to skip that game. Get that out of your fucking list. You didn't even want to play it. You were on the fence on that game. Get out of here.
Zelda Breath of the Wild. And that's just 4. There were more than that, but that's 4 ginormous, fun, good, robust gaming experiences.
Good games, but you dropped Nier. You didn't even go back to it. Yeah, that you love that game.
That we got within the first 3 months of the year. This year, Monster Hunter, Dragon Ball if you play it offline.
I had fun with that online.
And nothing. There's been nothing.
Nothing. Alfade asked him, "Oh, why did you play the Assassin's Creed Origins DLC since you love the game?" No. Okay. "Oh, Phil, why did you play Monster Hunter World?" Fuck you. Okay, Phil, are you gonna play the new DLC characters for Dragon Ball FighterZ? No, fuck you. Suck my dick. Okay, Phil.
There's been nothing.
Nothing.
It's one of the deadest years ever for gaming. The games that are coming out are these garbage, multiplayer-only rehashed gaming experiences. They're not fun.
Rehashed gaming experiences. This guy fucking played Shadow of the fucking Colossus. That's a fucking rehash. Then he played Bully and Heavy Rain. And GTA. Oh, those aren't rehashes though. Okay.
And they're certainly not robust AAA games that are worth spending $60 on.
Shadow of the Colossus is not a AAA game, and you fucking played that game and bragged about how good it is. Get out of here. Okay. Okay. Oh. Okay, I thought you were gonna say something else. Let's see. Rip Nier. Don't really need to. Use to pick a speciality. Read this name in chat. I'm one of the best overall gamers. Don't really care about that. Now my replays. Okay, let's do this one. This is funny.
Just Wagon says, when can we expect a Dead Space 2 replay? The thing is, I just did a bunch of replays. I just did Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, Heavy Rain, and Bully. At this point, I think I'm kind of done with replays.
Done with replays. What a great 10-year anniversary. He hyped the fuck out of the 10-year anniversary, and it fucking bombed. No views on any of these playthroughs, because apparently no one gave a fuck, right? And then he's like, "Oh man, 10 years. He rushed through Bully, a 10-year anniversary playthrough." You know, you'd think, if you're celebrating a milestone in your YouTube channel or something, you kind of want to, relish or just kind of like go all out in a anniversary. Like Mega64 did a 10-year anniversary special for their YouTube channel. They had all their skits that they've done over the years, have a story and all this other stuff. It was a great anniversary special. It was awesome, amazing. You had, this great soundtrack of the Metal Gear Solid collection, the 25th anniversary CD, and the 20th anniversary CD. Everyone does all these special events for their anniversaries. DSP's special anniversary special was Heavy Rain, GTA, and Bully, all games he wanted to rush through, and he didn't, and he just put it during times when there was no new games, which to me is kind of shitty, because you're just kind of filling them into a slot that you had no choice. So, like, if you just play other games, like, if it was, like, 2017, let's say 2017 was his 10-year anniversary, he would not take the time to play these games. He's only taking the time to do these games when there's no new releases. So, it's obvious that he doesn't give a fuck about his 10-year anniversary. He just doesn't want to put the time and effort. He thought he was going to get a lot of money and a lot of buzz for redoing shit he did 10 years ago. No one fucking cares. Because if you're doing shit like that, that kind of shows you don't care. If you don't care, the audience won't care. These playthroughs no one cared about because he didn't sound like he cared. let's go to this. I was gonna do this review. I'm gonna do this in a different video. But let's go to one of his playthroughs of his anniversary special. Let's just do that. Anniversary. Let's go to this one.
What did I do to unlock running shorts?
This what you're looking for? Thanks a lot.
Oh, this is just him doing fucking fetch quest shit. Fuck that. Let's do this one. 10-year anniversary.
Oh, that smells great.
Nah.
He doesn't talk about his original playthrough, and he's not like, oh man, my original playthrough, I was thinking this or any of that. No, he's just sitting here.
They barely give you enough time to do these.
Like this isn't enough. This is not enough to be a celebratory fucking playthrough. There has to be more than just the game. The game itself isn't gonna be like, oh wow. Like it's not gonna make people feel nostalgic about his old playthroughs because he's doing nothing special. This is nothing special. And he was hyping this up, so of course it fucking panned.
If I do downtime games, I'll do stuff like I've never played before, like Assassin's Creed Rogue or something like that, because
oh, he's gonna do that.
These replays aren't doing so well.
Remember when he shat, I did a video on it. I don't know if I caught it in that video, but he slammed people saying, I don't want to be the guy to play new stuff. I don't want to be that guy. Well, I guess you gotta play new stuff. Wow, he fucking changed his tune pretty quick.
Well, you know, people liked San Andreas, and then it went dead for 2 weeks when I played the other game. So I need to do something to reinvigorate people. So maybe. Oh
wow.
My God.
What a great anniversary. What a great 10-year anniversary special. Just fucking drop it immediately. That is a great anniversary for KO Gaming at that point. This is a KO Gaming anniversary more than anything. He worked for a while, then dropped it, and it died.
It's the way to go.
Wow. Rest in peace. Fucking 10-year anniversary. We hardly knew ye. Let's see. Asking for cheers.
Anyone else got anything else to talk about tonight, or should we call it quits?
Doesn't understand the question. Succeeds. Oh, I know what this is. Let's see. This is an off year in games. What's this?
Reeve Comic says, it seems to me that gaming has an on year than an off year to me. You might be onto something there. Because it does seem like you get a year where, like,
because development takes fucking time. What? Dude, video games don't take a year to fucking make. What planet does DSP and his fucking cucks live on? Game development is not a fucking, like, 1 year investment.
Things blow up and there's a ton of great games.
Duty,
right? Last year was...
but it would be Call of Duty, but at the same time, they have 3 different developers working on it. So, right now... let's see. This year is Treyarch, I think. Next year, I think, is Infinity Ward. So Infinity Ward is probably working on their game right now to announce next year.
There were a lot of good games last year. It was very hard for me to even go through all the great games and say, man, for Game of the Year awards, what's good, what's bad? How do I even rank it? It was very hard to rank my Game of the Year awards last year. This year,
yeah, sure.
I haven't played a single good game.
I
haven't.
His year-end awards were fucking garbage. I don't think I did a video on it. I need to do a video on that, to be honest. But he had the same games in two of the lists. The same games. And he's saying it's hard? The games that should have been in the running, that should have gotten the awards, were honorable mentions. The games that didn't deserve to be in the best games ever were in the worst games ever. And he's like, oh, it was so hard. You copy-pasted your fucking list. The only difference was that the Nintendo games were not in the fucking worst games ever. Get the fuck out of here.
I haven't yet. It's already almost the end of March. I haven't played a single fucking good game yet. What the fuck?
Yeah, it was really hard. Copy-paste the fucking list. Rock begging for the fucking retard. Let's see. Okay, off your gaming, not selling 3DS. Cat played Overwatch. Wow, Cat played Cat played a dead game.
YOLO Doppler cheered. He says, Microsoft spent millions, or
Actually,
bet
hold on,
millions to make
I
sure
wanna
Sea
hear
of Thieves was successful. No, but actually, Kat last night played with the new character, Bridget, in Overwatch. She said she only played for like an hour, but she liked the character, and she was learning viable ways to play while she was telling me at dinner today. So apparently the character seems pretty good.
That's it? That was the extent of the conversation. Hi, Phil. Hi, Phil. I played Bridget, and Bridget's pretty good. Okay, honey. Good dinner. Okay, time to play my second stream. Okay, Phil, I'm gonna go back to Overwatch. that was their conversation. Wow.
YOLO Doppler cheered. He says, Microsoft spent millions, or bet millions, to make sure Sea of Thieves was successful. Why did it fall so short? You'd have to ask the people who made the game and the people in charge of the development of the game who told them what to do, because you tell me, man. If I were making that game, that what they've laid is a good groundwork, okay? What they have in Sea of Thieves is a good groundwork for what should happen, for what should actually happen in the full game. Yes, 3 factions with 3 kinds of missions: combat, digging for treasure, and collecting animals or whatever. But there should be way more animals. There should be more kinds of enemies, not just skeletons. There should be variety in what's going on. There should be constant different weather conditions you have to handle.
Like I said, variety, but in his review, he listed varieties of enemies. But it doesn't have variety, guys. No.
And do various things with. There should be mythical monsters, maybe, that you go out and fight and capture and do fun.
Mythical monsters. I guess the Kraken is a real animal. It's real, guys. The Kraken exists. He's real. The skeletons are also real. They're real too. Mermen, real. Everything in that game is real, and it's not mythical at all. Mermaids, krakens, and skeletons. All are real things. They're not mythical at all, and they exist in our world. So if you're gonna go in the ocean, be careful. You might get attacked by a kraken, guys.
Stuff with. There's no excuse. I mean, I'm gonna give you guys a good example. Okay. Zelda Breath of the Wild. All right, that's a game. When you played it, you paid full price, $60 for it.
And there's DLC you didn't play either.
Right? It had an incredible amount of content.
Variety of enemies. Debatable. The side missions were kind of stale and not that interesting. Like, there was no it didn't feel like there was a reason to do them. Honestly, I didn't like the side missions. The main missions were fine too, but the main missions were repetitive. Everything about the main quests were the same. And he's praising that game. And I like Breath of the Wild. Don't get me wrong, I like that game. But I mean, I'm not gonna suck its dick because I liked it. Come on.
Variety of combat, variety of weapons, big bosses, tons of locations.
Variety of weapons, yes. Yeah, the weapons were so
world, right? Seeing the entirety of the
map.
The
bosses were the same. In order for you to get a variety of bosses, you had to explore the overworld, and even then, those bosses were also kind of similar. Rock monster, big goblin. Great variety there.
World could take you 10 or more hours, right? That's a game you got your money's worth because there is so much fucking content in it, right? How could you make a game like Sea of Thieves and charge the same price as a game like Breath of the Wild? You tell me. I don't understand how they think they could sell their game for the same price as big retail games that are coming out with insane amounts of content. I just don't understand what their mentality is. You got to be an idiot.
Gotta be an idiot.
It would be one thing if these co-op only, online multiplayer co-op only games, if they were sold for $30. Okay, so you sold me.
Yeah, Monster Hunter World for $30. That's not gonna be bad for Capcom, right? Are you fucking
half of a full game experience for co-op only with my friends?
I would agree with games like Overwatch because Overwatch is a fucking online only game. But okay,
fair enough, right? Fair enough. But that's not the situation. The situation is they're selling these for
So
full price.
then, with that logic, fighting games should always be $30 then.
Like it's a full-fledged game. That's not right. That's not right at all. That's ridiculous.
But there's other content though. I mean, Sea of Thieves.
Alright, guys. That is it for
no one cares about that. Okay, so that's it for this video. I just wanted to talk about that. I was originally going to go through his pre-streams, but I gotta go. I've places to be, but that'll be the next video, I guess. So, thank you guys for watching. See ya next time.